Sports fans of Real Talk and Hoops Insight, stay in the game with NBA legend Sam Mitchell. Now you can show your love for the In the Game podcast with exclusive merch from the In the Game online store. Coffee cups, caps, grab bowl t-shirts, cozy hoodies, sleek thermal drinking cups, and more. It's all with that signature Sam Mitchell swagger. Visit InTheGameStore.com today and get in the game with Sam Mitchell, because it's more than a show. It's a lifestyle on the In the Game Network. Thousands all over the world are dressed out, and yet only one man is ready to start. He played with Garnett and the Minnesota Timberwolves, with a career that started with the Indiana Pacers, and earned the NBA Head Coach of the Year with the Toronto Raptors. You hear him on Sirius XM Radio and saw him on NBA TV. And now, get the buzzer ready. Start the clocks. Blow the whistle. Right now, it's time for former NBA head coach In the Game with Sam Mitchell.
Welcome to In the Game. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell. Welcome today We got some exciting show planned for you today. We got some news from the association. Bradley Beal is finalizing his buyout from the Phoenix Suns, and rumored that he's going to be taking his talents to the LA Clippers. Also, Paul George got hurt training, working out, and getting ready for the upcoming season, which is going to require him to have knee surgery, which is not always a good thing. And then we got some other things on the back end of the show. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to In the Game Network. Also, tune in every Monday. The Raw side of things with Sir Bam Bam. Also, In the Game Network, 1 o'clock on Mondays weekly. And stay tuned because we have some more programming coming. We got new shows that we're going to launch in the next few weeks. And that's going to be some exciting news for us. But here we are today. Bradley Beal. When I think about Bradley Beal and I think about the Bradley Beal that was in Washington playing alongside John Wall, not that they had some crazy success, not that they were a great team. I think they only made it as far as the second round. And they got beat by the Toronto Raptors I've realized that because I called that game. But when I think about Bradley Beal, he was on a trajectory, like him, love him or not, to be a Hall of Famer. When you look at the points, the usage, the assists, the numbers that he was putting up, he was on his way on that Hall of Fame trajectory. Bradley Beal was also one of few players in our league that had a no-trade clause. That means he basically got to pick who and where he wanted to play. And if he didn't want to be traded, and no matter what the deal was, no matter what it was for, Bradley Beal got the final say. That's power, people. Understand, there's one player today in the NBA with a no-trade clause. Let me let you guys guess. LeBron James. Not hard. That's how hard it is and rare it is for management to give a player no trade clause. Because basically what you're doing, you're giving that player total control of his future and to a certain degree, the future of the franchise. Let's just say, for instance, there's a deal on the table that can be franchise changing. And the player who has the no trade clause can veto that trade. No matter how good it is for the organization, it could even be good for the player. But if he doesn't accept it or realize it, he can refuse it. So that's a lot of power that you give a player. And those things are not given out lightly. That being said, once Bradley Beal accepts the buyout and transfers to the Los Angeles Clippers, the one thing about it, that no trade clause goes away. It doesn't follow you. It's over. And I know that's one thing the Clippers will be proud of. But when I think about this move, I'm excited for the Clippers, Ty Lue, and Bradley Beal. Think about it, people. We said Bradley Beal was on a trajectory for the Hall of Fame. He accepts a trade to Phoenix. You bring him in, and I know the snow job given to these guys. Oh, my God. With you, KD, and Book, man, we're going to win 65 games. We're going to finish number 1 in the West. We're going to the NBA Finals. We're going to host that trophy. Yeah, look who we got. We got 3 guys that can get 90 on any given night. Great. But what we didn't factor in, chemistry, fit, who's going to do the dirty work. Think about something. 90% of all the best players in the league, they identify themselves with what part of the game? Offense. That's what gets you paid. That's what gets you All-Star, first team, second team, third team, All-NBA, league-wide recognition, the media talking about you, scoring. Think about it. I learned a trick early in my career. Instead of being intimidated when you're guarding a Hall of Fame caliber player, lick your chops, because understand something. Nobody is going to stop that guy from getting his 20 or 25. Not you, nobody. But guess what you can do? A lot of times your best scorer on the other team is your worst defender. They can't defend. Think about it. when you watch NBA games, especially in the playoffs. Look at it and see who the telecasters and the analysts say who's the worst defender, and watch how they place this guy on different guys. Go back to when Dallas played Minnesota. Who was Luka guarding? Rudy Gobert. A guy that they say, look, all you got to do is keep him off the glass. So understand something. That's how we measure players, and that's how players measure themselves, by points. So when you understand that and you look at what a team is trying to accomplish when they put these things together, and you look at the Clippers, Bradley Beal, you're adding another 20-point score to a team that needs him from this reason. This is the difference between Bradley Beal going to the Clippers and other teams. We already know Kawhi Leonard's going to play 50, maybe 60 games, if we're lucky. He's not playing 82. He's not playing the 65 to be first team all NBA and accolades like that. He passed that. He's going to play the number of games it takes for him to get in the best shape and be ready for the playoffs without getting hurt. That's what his goal is going to be. Anything else, not worth talking about. So understanding that when I look at this team, and I think Bradley Beal, what he adds to his team, the value, the ball handling, the scoring, all the things that come with Bradley Beal, I think now that this is a great move for the Clippers. I think it puts the Clippers in that conversation, because think about something. You need guys like Bradley Beal when you need that buffer for Kawhi Leonard when he misses games. Plus, we'll get a chance to see more of the old Bradley Beal, because this Bradley Beal is going to be able to get his mojo back and go out there and go get buckets. And last but not least, he's playing with the best pure point guard in the league right now, James Harden. And if he did the things he did with John Wall, I can only imagine what he's going to do with James Harden. So now I got to ask you this. Do you like this move by Bradley Beal and his people going to the Clippers?
Oh, I do like this move. First, it helps Phoenix get under that second apron.
Yes.
So that's good for Phoenix. But for Bradley Beal, to your point, Kawhi's not going to play but so many games. And he's playing with James. James is a willing passer.
Yeah.
And they're going to need another scorer, definitely considering that they got rid of Norman Powell earlier this month.
But look at what the Clippers have added now. I think Norman Powell is a better player than John Collins.
Correct.
But when you look at the moves, when you bring in a bad Bradley Beal, that offsets Norman Powell scoring.
Right.
Because Bradley Beal can do what Norman Powell does, and we can also make this argument better. Then you look at bringing in Bradley Beal, and then you look at some of the other moves the Clippers have made this offseason. Adding Brook Lopez.
Yeah.
I think as a backup, that's huge. A backup that can still defend and knock down threes. I like this Clipper roster. I really do. I think Lawrence Frank has done a good job putting his team together. I think they're all excited because they expect Kawhi Leonard to play at least 55 games, I would imagine, if not 60. You look at Zubac, who's getting better before our eyes. And then we got James Harden. And coming off an unbelievable season. And to me, by adding Bradley Beal also, you insulate yourself in the playoffs from if James Harden shows up 0 as another bad game.
Right. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I think Bradley Beal, I think he's a 2 or a 3. Which I mean option when it comes to
I think so.
A team.
He should be a legit number 2.
Right.
Though.
Because even when he had that season, as a number 1 player, he hasn't had much success as a player. And to me, you can put up a lot of big numbers. I saw Kevin Love put up monster numbers in Minnesota.
I remember that. Kevin Love was putting up, hey man.
And they were winning 20 games.
And some people were saying he made a legit he made you think about it. Was he the best power forward ever? Because his numbers were ridiculous.
They were ridiculous. And I was telling people, I remember Rick Kamler was a guy from Minnesota who did a lot of radio. He did NBA TV. Yeah. And I would argue with him. I would say Kevin Love is not that good. Somebody on a team that bad, somebody has to get the numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Now, not that he's not a good player, but somewhere else he'll be the third option.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel about Beal, because even when Russell Westbrook went to Washington for that 1 year, Russell was the lead dog, but Russell is also a willing passer. and Bradley Beal and him had success, and they made the playoffs.
Yeah, now they look, man. I like this move for the Clippers. I like it for Bradley Beal. He's going to a good coach.
Right.
He's going to a team, the veterans that understand how the league works and how people work and kind of lead them along until you need the band together. Let them get their work in. So I love this move for the Clippers. I love it for Bradley Beal. I think it gives him a chance to reset and to prove everybody and remind everybody the player he was before he went to Phoenix. So there's nothing about this I don't like.
I think it also shows, you speak about Lawrence Frank and the job that he's done. For him to be able to tell Paul George, nah, you getting up there in age, I can't pay you that.
Yeah.
Take your talents elsewhere. And now we're seeing with Paul George.
I mean, you look at last year, 15 points a game, and this year already injured right before training camp started, where he had to require surgery for that knee. That ain't good, Nadi. That's not good. That's not good for Paul George. It's definitely not good for the Philadelphia 76ers. And think about this. The Sixers, when you have two veterans on your team like Paul George and Joel Embiid, there's always a sense of urgency that you got to go all in every year to get them a championship. I've always felt like if I got two of the top 20 players in the league, why do I got to go all in?
Why wouldn't you go all in if you got two of the top 20 players and then you got a young Tyrese Maxey? It's up to the general
My question
manager.
is, why would I need to go all in? That's my question.
Why would you need to? Because you just paid Embiid and you gave Paul George all that money, and then you had to extend Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look, man, I understand it, but I just got a sneaking suspicion that this year, with things that are already happening in Philly, that we can see some stranger things. This is not going to go well for Philadelphia this year, I don't think. If you look at the history of older guys, when they break down, how they break down, it's going to happen, Nadi. Father Time, again, is undefeated. You're going to get old, and at some point, you're going to get to where you can't do the things that you need to do.
Can you see the general manager dismantling the team at some point? And how many games do we have to be in before he says, you know what, this ain't going to work? Let me shop Embiid to the highest bidder. I don't think anybody will take the Paul George contract.
No. But think about this in the Clippers. If things fall right, Bradley Beal is going to be the second best player. Kawhi Leonard at some point is going to have to shut it down. Zubac is getting better before our eyes, but Zubac was never a 25-point scorer.
Right.
That's a different mentality. He may get you to 19, he may get you to 20, but 25. And so I think, for me, if I had to pick a guy, that's the guy. That's it. I mean, Bradley. I mean, I just think Bradley Beal adds so much to the Clippers. I really don't see any negatives. I like this move.
So where would you put the LA Clippers right now in the West, considering what Houston did, what Dallas did, I don't know what the Lakers are gonna do, what Denver did?
Right now, I would definitely put them a top 16, probably sliding at top 4. Because I think the top 4 are going to be OKC, it's going to be Houston, it's going to be Minnesota, and then it's going to be somebody.
You put Minnesota over Denver?
Yeah, right now, yeah. Because I hear what everybody's saying, oh, they just got deeper. Oh, but remember now, you trade away a guy that had number 1 pick potential.
Yeah.
Role players.
And I'm not going to debate with you, but Cam Johnson and Michael Porter Jr. had same numbers.
I agree.
So you didn't really.
But now, remember now, one of them had the same numbers doing this for the Denver Nuggets, won a championship and had deep playoff runs. The other one did it for a team that was terrible.
Correct.
Difference. Nobody cares when you're terrible. Nobody's watching people. How many games you think Cam Thomas played in at home? Sellout.
Probably
okay.
Probably none.
Okay.
Probably none.
Now you're starting to see. Now, look, I'm not saying it's going to be a difference, but it could be. It's all those things that you just can't factor in. That keeps you off balance because you just don't know.
Right. How good can they be, the Clippers, I'm asking? If I do have Kawhi in that lineup, I do have a healthy Bradley Beal, because Bradley Beal has been dealing with some injuries over the last year or so himself.
Now, what was the question? How good can they be?
With a healthy Kawhi, Bradley, James.
Oh, that championship caliber team. If Kawhi Leonard is healthy to play 38 minutes a game through the playoffs, they got a chance. They got a chance. He's a difference maker on both sides of the ball. He can defend flat out. No ifs, ands, or buts. Get after you. So if that happens, absolutely. They got a chance.
Now, let me go way across the other side of the map in Philadelphia, because we spoke about Paul George and his injuries that he just had in training. We talked about them possibly dismantling the team because Embiid can't stay healthy.
No.
And apparently Paul George can't stay healthy either.
Obviously.
But when they put this thing together, it was championship or bust.
Well, now I understood the thought process and why they did it. What I didn't understand was the ages of the players they were counting on and the injuries and giving them more money and more time and more space. I think it's too much. I just think it's too much, man. I just think when you look at things, and I just think it's too much, Dottie.
What kind of season do you see Philadelphia having? You don't think they can muster up enough?
Think about something.
To do something.
Free agent from last year is already hurt.
Right.
We don't know what kind of shape Joel Embiid is going to come back in.
Right.
We don't know where his mind's going to be. We don't know.
Right.
And think about it. Their core young players who they're going to build around the future. Was it McCain? Is Tyrese Maxey?
Right. And the young guy they just drafted.
And AJ, what's his name? Oh, man.
Yeah, his name is.
From Utah. 6'5" guy. I know who. I just can't think of it in a second. Is it AJ? Is it Edgecombe?
Edgecombe, right.
And that's great. But they let him. Edgecombe 6'5". Rest of them 6'2", 6'3", maybe 6'1". That's the future that you're building around. So if Joel Embiid, Gelson and I, my radio partner, had this conversation this morning. We filled in Frank Scab. And we asked each other, how long will it be before Philly stretch and pay Joel Embiid out?
It's a question I was going to ask you.
To be a consideration, and if listen,
how long before you have to really consider?
He don't think it'll be Joel Embiid. He thinks it'll be Paul George. But at some point, probably when you get halfway through year 2, no, year 3, he signed a 4-year deal. Kind of halfway to the beginning of year 3, if things are still going bad, it's going to be talk about it.
Is it possible? I don't know if this has ever been done, but is it possible you buy both of them out? And is that a fireable offense? I'm sorry. I mean, Morey, Daryl Morey?
Yeah.
And I've always appreciated him because even when he was in Houston, every year he's trying to do something to win.
He is.
So I always can appreciate a general manager that's always going out to the win. But if you look at some of the moves he's made since he's been in Philly, the Harden deal didn't work out. The Paul George situation has been a travesty. You just pay Embiid a buttload of money and you got nothing out of that. Is that a fireable offense?
What you think? Let me put it to you like this. At the end of the season, if they don't make the playoffs, and if they have to come from the play-in and don't make a run to at least the Eastern Conference Finals, Philadelphia, then we're going to see major changes. Yeah, then you will see, then you will find out if it's fire and offense. Listen, that's that music. That means we got to pay some bills. But we'll be right back with more Inside the Game. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell.
Sports fans of Real Talk and Hoops Insight, stay in the game with NBA legend Sam Mitchell. Now you can show your love for the In the Game podcast with exclusive merch from the In the Game online store. Coffee cups, caps, grab bold t-shirts, cozy hoodies, sleek thermal drinking cups, and more. It's all with that signature Sam Mitchell swagger. Visit InTheGameStore.com today and get in the game with Sam Mitchell, because it's more than a show. It's a lifestyle on the In the Game Network. On the In the Game Network with Coach Sam Mitchell. Lead in right now to hear what the coach has drawn up on the chalkboard.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to In the Game. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, tune in to In the Game Network every Monday, 1 o'clock. What's it called again? The Raw Side of Things by Sir Bam Bam. Raw Side of Things.
The Raw Side of Things.
What kind of show did y'all have last Monday? Was it good? Was it entertaining?
Yeah,
what did Bam Bam get into last Monday?
Last Monday, like I said, we had Bishop Tanya on, and she's a counselor, therapist, 33 years. And man, she had some real trauma in her life. She had some things happen. I mean, raped by a pastor.
Wow.
Right. So we're going to really dive into that. We're going to have on this week because, like I said, we didn't really get to squeeze our juice out of it. But we're going to talk a little bit more about her past, what brought her to where she is today, and how she's using that to help others in the field of mental health.
For Sir Bam Bam, that's a serious topic right there for him to dive into. So we got to see a different side of him next few weeks when we do this. Or if he's still going to keep it raw.
I mean, it's always going to be raw. It's always going to be raw.
Okay.
But, it's just a way to... That's Sir Bam Bam calling me now. But he should know better. But, it's another way to sometimes use comedy to talk about more serious things, so...
Yeah, comedy is a way of opening the door for cracks to talk about more serious things or touchy-feely things or tough things to talk about. And a lot of times we use comedy, but it's about timing.
Right.
It's when timing. You start cracking them jokes.
Right.
You can't crack them right after something bad.
No, right. You
got to give it a little time.
Right. You got to sit up. Like last week she was on the show, and so she said, she told Sir Bam Bam, I'm going to talk about something that you really like to talk about. And he was like, "What you talking about? You getting raped? I don't like talking about that. I just want to get the information. I don't."
Yeah. Who wants to talk about that? So I don't even want to say the word.
Right. They don't even say it down. They say grape or S8 or for the internet. So we don't really even say those words. It's certain words, and it's kind of crazy to me because we grew up in a different time. Like we would say somebody killed somebody. Yeah. Now you can't say that. You got to say that person has been unalived. Like, that's so weird to me.
Yeah, unalived.
It's so weird to me. But everything on the internet can't be about people beefing.
No.
Like you got Shaq and RG3. Now they beefing now over some comments that RG3 made that, don't get me wrong.
Now, I've been following it a little bit. Right. So to set it up, RG3 has been going in wholeheartedly on Caitlin Clark because of her beef with Angela Reese. So tell the audience, for the people who are not up to this, What happened the other day between those two?
Well, RG3, somebody posted, Angel Reese is on the cover of 2K26 or whatnot. She has a new shoe that she's adorning. She's endorsing Reebok.
Dude, I've seen the houses she's bought, the cars.
Right.
She's making some serious cash.
Right. But she's endorsing Reebok shoe, and right now, Shaq and Allen Iverson are running the Reebok brand.
Yeah.
So she has a very tight connection with Shaquille O'Neal. But somebody took that cover of 2K26 and put a monkey face on it.
Wow.
And RG3, he retweeted it, and then he doubled down by saying that someone in Angel Reese's camp told him that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark.
Okay. And look, man, it's not uncommon for rival players to not like each other.
Right. It's not uncommon at all. He sort of used it as if, I guess, reverse racism, where Angel Reese hates the white girl.
Okay. So what you're saying, basically, because Angela Reese is black, so it's common for white people to hate black people. That's common.
That's common.
But why is it uncommon for black people to be upset or hate white people, considering this country's history?
Right. You know what I thought about on the way here to the studio today? I was thinking about rap music and how vile it is. How in a lot of rap music, it's always black people killing black people. It's always black men degrading black women.
Yeah.
The black women now, they're degrading not only themselves, but they're degrading the black men. And I'm like, and they get the green light to push this out.
They do.
Now, the people that giving them the green light to push them out are a lot of the Caucasian music producers and CEO.
Yeah.
I wonder if they would give that same green light if that black rapper decide, you know what, I'm gonna rap about killing politicians, killing white people, let's degrade these white women.
No, that ain't happening. Now that look,
we never do that.
I think in this country we got to hit a reset button. I think in this country we've gone way too far. I've been watching clips on YouTube where they've shown former presidents acknowledge past presidents of a different party or people who held a high position in the government. And they showed one with George W. Bush. They showed one the best. They showed one with Barack. But the best one I've seen is John Cain. John Cain was doing a campaign rally. And a lady stood up and said she hated Obama because he was a Muslim, a terrorist, bad person. And John McClane stopped it. He said, no, ma'am. He's a good man, a good family man. He said he's not a terrorist. He said, I disagree with him on policy and where the direction of the country should go. But for me to talk about him and to downgrade him as a man or human being,
right? I
can't do that because he's an upstanding man. He's a fine man.
Right.
And John McCain said this. He said, I disagree with his policy. He said, but would I be up at night not being able to sleep if Barack Obama was president? No. He said that. He said no.
Right. Well, see, with RG3, a lot of analysts, especially black analysts, Ryan Clark, you talk about the Marcellus Wileys. You can go on and on. Yeah. They have all been chastising RG3. Like he's really been taking a lashing. But Shaq went a little bit far to me because Shaq says, I'm gonna punch you in the face. If he got aggressive enough to go to violence. And so I just think he crossed the line.
In your opinion, has RG3 crossed the line multiple times?
RG3, I believe what Rob Parker said about RG3 a long time ago. He's a cornball brother.
Okay.
I agree with that sentiment. That's who RG3 is.
Okay, so do you think he understands the criticism he's getting and why he's getting it?
I don't know if he understands it. I think RG3 mindset was to impress his Caucasian wife.
Why? She married him because obviously she loved him. Having a beef
Yeah,
with
but
another black person.
But
how is that supposed to benefit his relationship with his wife?
Well, I don't know. Just like I don't know if he understands.
Think about
what he's done.
Getting into a pissing contest with an African American woman and you're an African American man. Based on her.
It's more about the protection of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, based on look. Last time I checked, Caitlin Clark can take care of herself.
I agree.
Last time I checked, I haven't seen. I could be wrong. I haven't seen Angela Reese and Caitlin Clark fist fight.
Not fist fight. But they're both competitors, and I think because you can go back far enough to where you had Magic and Bird.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They were fierce competitors.
Yes,
but they didn't hate each other.
No. They had a look, man. Even against your best competitor, you have a healthy respect for them because you know they're good and they can beat you. So it's kind of hard. You can hate them because they can beat you, but if they're not a bad guy, you got to make up something. And I got too many other important things to do with my energy than to make up something in my mind to hate someone.
Right. And
I just want to beat you. I hate to lose.
Exactly.
I just want to win, but I won't do anything to win either.
So as much as I disagree with RG3 reposting a picture of a monkey head on Caitlin on Angel Reese, as much as I disagree with him saying that someone from Angel Reese's camp reached out to him and told him that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark.
What's that third part of stuff?
Right.
They said in the court law now, hearsay.
Right.
If I'm a RG3, I'm not texting or releasing anything or a statement or going on TikTok saying anything about Caitlin Clark unless I know for a fact she said it. Don't give me no, I heard it through the grapevine. No. I done heard so many things through the grapevine, and by the time it got to the end of the grapevine, it was something totally different.
Right.
So that means nothing to me.
Right. And so he should be taken to task. I get it. But to threaten a man with violence.
Yeah, Shaq. Yeah.
I think he goes over the line because Shaq, a lot of people watch Shaq. Shaq does a lot for a lot of people, definitely for the kids. And the people watch Shaq, but when you now starting to say we're gonna do, and publicly he said this.
I saw the clip. First of all, I know Shaq, consider him a friend. Big fella, you're a role model.
Right.
Do you want to teach children who look up to you, who adore you, who love you, that their way of selling a disagreement is punching somebody in the face?
Especially your brother. You know what? I don't like it because the optics or that this black man is going to punch this other black man in the face over this white woman. And historically, we already know what a white person would do to a black guy over a white woman. And we don't need to.
Well, I don't need, we need to go way back.
I mean, I know, but the optics are the optics.
I just think, look, man, I think anybody who tries to get a name for themselves off the back of anyone is wrong.
Right.
I don't follow Angela Reese like that. I think she's a heck of a basketball player. She's learned how to monetize herself and promote herself. More power to her. I ain't mad at her. And the things that I've read about is that people say she's one way on the court and she's totally different off the court. Really nice, sensitive, smile, like to have fun. But on the court, she's a fierce competitor. And I was like that, Natty. People who knew me outside of basketball didn't think I was capable of reaching that level of intensity, anger when I needed to. They didn't understand that.
I saw you on your intro clip. You about to fight somebody? They were on the intro. Yeah, I Sam, I got the tape.
Oh my God!
I think it was Kevin Willis.
Oh my, yeah, Kevin Willis. Yeah. But you don't know the backdrop to that.
Well, we want to know the backdrop.
Well, we were playing in the game in Houston when I was playing for Timberwolves, and Kevin Willis was trying to punk our whole team. What I mean by that, he was talking trash. He was elbowing people. He was playing really physical. And the two guys he was really trying to go after were KG, Kevin Garnett, and Stephon Marbury, our two best players, but also our two youngest players. And he was trying to punk them. I'm their vet. I wasn't hearing that. So Kevin and I had a few words and stuff. And late in the fourth quarter, he got a rebound I turned to follow the ball to get ready to run. He threw the outlet pass and hit me with a sucker elbow, knocked me out cold on my feet. All I saw, and I remember, I saw a flash of light, and I was just standing there as the guys ran down the court. Finally, I come out of it a few seconds later. I realized what happened to me. Jaw got me good. I tell him, next time I see you, I'm going to get you. We played them 2 weeks later. Now that I turned the ball over around the free throw line, one of their guys picked it up. Kevin Willis is streaking down the left side of the court, going in for a layup or dunk.
Yeah, that's the clip.
Now that I come from, Kevin Garnett had me crying, laughing. He said, dude, I've never seen your old ass run that fast before in my life. He said, you walked Kevin Willis down. And I got there as he was going up, and I clotheslined him and took him out. And after I did that, when they broke us up, we got up and we was jawing. He was like, I'm going to do this to you. I'm like, dude, I already have your address because I called my cousin Tommy. Everybody got a cousin Tommy. Now, this was crazy. This is my family.
Right.
My cousin Tommy saw the game on TV, saw what happened, saw that we both got ejected in the fourth quarter. By the time I got in the locker room and sat down, before I could take my shoes off, my phone rang. It's my cousin Tommy. He's like, cuz, got a deep voice. Cuz, nobody puts their hand on my family. I'm going to find out where he lives. And when y'all come back off this road trip or you get home for the summer, we're going to go see him. Dead serious. And I had to stop it now because it ain't like that. It's just part of the game. Those things happen. Right. You lose your temper. You do things. And Kevin Willis and I, to this day, are fine. We're good friends.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah.
When Kevin had his jean shop, his show, his store rather, in Atlanta, I used to shop there all the time. So, and I love Willis. Good dude. But he gave me a cheap shot.
Right.
And I got him back. Right. And I mean, I got him good. Now, I had all intent of laying him out. I was trying to take him out.
Correct.
Yeah.
But that's on the court though.
Yeah. Yeah, when the game.
And that's when you handle your business on the court.
Yeah.
All this off the court jawing and threatening and
just talk.
Possibly showing up and punching somebody in the face.
No, just talk.
Yeah, it's just too much.
And again, you know what? That's why I'm saying for Shaq, who's a role model, to get back to it, he should be teaching these young kids how to handle their business in a nonviolent way. Right. Anybody can throw their fist up, but it takes competence, it takes thinking, it takes intelligence to get out of something without fighting. And I know Shaq is smart enough to do that, but that's not the message. He's too important of a role model to young kids.
Right. Yeah, so,
hopefully this ends, because now this is stupid. I mean, this is stupid. I mean, this makes no sense. And on top of this, Caitlin Clark is struggling her game. I think last time I checked, she was shooting like 14% from the three.
Right.
But she's struggling, but they're still winning.
Yeah, I saw that she's going to sit out of the three-point contest at the WNBA All-Star game because she aggravated a groin. She's been dealing with a groin issue for much part of the season. Angel Reese, she set out a game the other day, but for the most part, Angel Reese has been putting up big-time double-doubles.
She started off slow, but she's been grinding.
But it's not contributing to wins.
Yeah.
So, I kind of, because we talked about Bradley Beal, I kind of want to get into players putting up big numbers that's not contributing to wins.
Okay.
What does that ultimately mean?
Nothing. Empty calories. Look, time for the music. We're getting ready to take a break. We'll be back with In the Game with your host, Sam Mitchell.
Sports fans of Real Talk and Hoops Insight, stay in the game with NBA legend Sam Mitchell. Now you can show your love for the In the Game podcast with exclusive merch from the In the Game online store. Coffee cups, caps, grab bold t-shirts, cozy hoodies, sleek thermal drinking cups, and more. It's all with that signature Sam Mitchell swagger. Visit InTheGameStore.com today and get in the game with Sam Mitchell, because it's more than a show. It's a lifestyle on the In the Game Network. On the In the Game Network with Coach Sam Mitchell. Lead in right now to hear what the
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to In the Game. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Subscribe to the In the Game Network with yours truly. Also, every Monday, 1 o'clock, tune in to the Raw Side of Things, hosted by Sir Bam Bam. That's every Monday, 1 o'clock on the In the Game Radio Network. Also, a podcast network. Also, we're going to be launching some new shows probably within the next 3 weeks to a month. So stay tuned for that news. But now that we went out talking about Teddy Bridgewater, and for those of you who don't remember who Teddy Bridgewater, former first-round pick quarterback, can't remember who was it, the Saints or?
It was Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Had a decent career until he got hurt.
Yeah, he played last year.
Yeah,
backed up in the Detroit Lions.
Lions picked him up. But Teddy Bridgewater, before the Lions picked him up, had went back to Florida, his hometown, his alma mater high school, and started coaching, which is a really good story for professionals to go back to high school and lend a hand grassroots. Now, Teddy Bridgewater recently got suspended for, I guess you would say, improper benefits to his team. I don't know how you categorize it, especially with NIL, but basically he got in trouble because he was providing meals, Uber rides, and things of that nature to his players. Maybe they need a pair of cleats, he'd get them for them. So Teddy Bridgewater was using not only his money, but his clout and his status from the shoe companies he had deals with to take care of the kids. I understand if you got a guy with money, with means, he can elevate the program by an influx of money. But I'm not gonna suspend the guy because he's willing to do that with his money, and other people in other school districts or other schools are not willing to do that. So I'm gonna punish this guy, Teddy Bridgewater, for doing that. I find it ludicrous.
How do you suspend somebody who's volunteering their services?
And helping people.
And helping kids. People, right.
So what are we supposed to do? Kids are hungry. Let them go. You come play for me and practice for 2.5, 3 hours. And then when you get hungry, I'll send you home.
Makes no sense.
You done practice and play, you're tired. And your parent can't pick you up. And you're sitting there and it's getting late, wondering how you're going to get home. And I'm tired as the coach. Yeah, I could give you a ride, but it's kind of out the way the other way. Hey, I got a great idea. Why don't I just get you an Uber?
I've never heard of anything like this happening.
No.
And since I never heard anything about this happening, I don't want to be ignorant about it, but the first thing that pops in my head is it the kids that he's doing this for. Why is it a problem that he's doing it in his community for those kids? And those kids need a ride home. They need meals. They can't afford the equipment all the time. You know, sports is getting expensive these days.
Now, when I played high school sports, the only thing I paid for when I played high school football was a mouthpiece. Everything else they gave us, see, uniform, they gave us shoes, they gave us jocks, socks, everything. Only thing I paid for was a mouthpiece. Cost me $10. That was it.
Right.
Now, kids pay for everything. It's thousands of dollars to play high school sports.
Yeah.
And that's ridiculous.
I mean, you look at basketball. Used to get a kid out the hood. He's really good at playing basketball. He's on the street courts. He funnels away. He does what he need enough to do in school to go forward, and you got you something.
Yeah.
Now, you got to get the shoes. You got to play AAU ball. You got to get that package, the uniform package, the bag, all that. You got to travel. It costs thousands of dollars.
A lot of money
to play basketball.
Yes.
And now you're seeing, right now today, we're seeing the residue of that, because we're seeing a lot of well-to-do kids that are the ones that's playing basketball now. It's hard to get
it's tough.
Unless somebody's going to fund that kid off the street, he can't play.
When I grew up, as I said, if you made the high school team, you got everything free. Everything but a mouthpiece. And not just one pair of sneakers. I think we got 3 pairs of sneakers throughout the year. So now that this is going to blow your mind. When I played high school football, we would have training camp at the school. And they would set up cots in the gym. And they would bring the workers back and open up the cafeteria. And now that the food was so good, they fed us so good, them ladies, man. It was unbelievable. But now that, to your point, we used to do all that stuff and it was free. The school paid for it. We didn't pay for training camp. We didn't pay for the meals. We didn't pay for the equipment. Now that when I say everything, they pay for everything.
I wonder what changed. Why are the kids, and the kids don't have money, they're not working. So
the school systems are saying there's deficit.
There's
deficit. There's this. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough money to do this. What do y'all have enough money for? To do anything?
Right. Okay, so now you don't have enough money. Now we got Teddy Bridgewater comes in, good money. He's gonna put his own money into those kids, into that community. And we're telling him,
it's no brainer. I can't understand why that was
do
done.
it.
I can't understand why the association, the program, or whoever runs the high school association down in Florida to do that. I can understand. This is what they're saying. Oh, the kids are getting improper benefits. Well, when I was growing up, going to a minority school, we played against a white school. Nobody worried about what they had and what we didn't have. We didn't even have an athletic trainer.
Right.
When my brother got his leg broke on the field, he played quarterback. My dad came out the stands, picked my brother up, told me and my sister, come on, walked off the field with my brother in his arms, put him in the back seat of the car and drove him to the hospital. My dad did that. The other team, Arnold Junior High School, they had an ambulance there. They had a band. The whole side was just packed.
Right.
Yeah. And obviously they drilled us.
Well, it's always been a discrepancy between, well, I'm just, for lack of a better word, a black school and a white school.
Oh, yeah.
So I went to Columbia High School and I played baseball, and we had to work the field to get the field looking good.
They do that too. They do that at my high school
we
clubs.
We had a little pitching machine in the batting cage, and I thought I was like, we pretty good over here.
Yeah.
Until we had a road game at Shiloh.
So I was there.
I remember pulling up on the bus to Shiloh, and I thought we was at a Major League Baseball park.
Wow.
I mean, from the outside, the brick building, Shiloh High, and the stadium.
That's how my high school.
I was like, oh man, this is. And then, so that kind of opened my eyes up. Then we would go to Cedar Grove, and Cedar Grove didn't even have a right field fence. It was just bushes, and if you hit the ball, if it rolled in the bushes, it was out of play. Cedar Grove was terrible, and McNair had this hill in the outfield. It was terrible. But then we'll go to Collin Hills, we'll go to Riverside.
Oh yeah,
we'll go to Marist.
Yeah,
nice. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's a difference. It's a difference. It's a difference how one entity has resources and the other ones don't.
That's crazy.
And so to me, and I'm sure that's what Teddy Bridgewater was feeling when he decided to do it. And now to look, it's not that you want to do that, but if you have money and it's not going to change or hurt you financially, why not do it? Why not? It's called giving back.
Right. I don't understand. Why is it not okay for those kids?
Because some other parent on another team was complaining that it ain't fair. That because I didn't play in the NFL, so I can't do that for the team. That's your problem. Go do a fundraiser. Go do a fundraiser. If you want your children to have the same thing that Teddy Bridgewater is providing for his team, go do a fundraiser.
When you say...
Or talk to the rest of the parents, pool their money together, and do it that way.
When you say other parents from some other team, probably a little jealous, let's say.
You think?
Do you think this is parents from other schools that are in...
Part of it. I think it's not just parents, part parents. And then I think it's administrators from other schools.
I'm saying other schools that are in the same predicament that his school was in, or from the schools that
think it's probably
have
schools,
the funding.
I think it's schools that probably have the funding. I really do. Now to think of something like this. If you're used to being on top, why would you want things to be equal? Because if it's equal, you may not be on top all the time.
Well, that's a fear that obviously that's a fear that
equates to everything in life.
Right. That's a fear that America seems to have.
Hey, man, America seems to have a problem with equality, don't they? We say it. We talk about it.
Right.
It's in our Constitution. We preach about it. We have fought wars and died for it. But for whatever reason, we don't really believe it. Because again, what did I read to you yesterday that Lyndon B. Johnson said? I'm going to repeat it. I know this by heart now. Lyndon Johnson said, if you can convince the lowest white man that he's better, and he used the word, you got to remember, he said this in the 60s, is better than the highest colored man, then he won't notice if you're picking his pockets. And then he said, well, hell, if you give him somebody to look down on, he'll empty his pockets for you. Think about, and I read something else, think about this. Think about how many Republicans vote against their own self-interest. Listen to me, people. When y'all vote, and I don't really understand in depth that big, beautiful bill that the president passed, that Congress passed. I know what I hear on one network is good, next network is bad. Okay, at some point, we're going to know when that bill becomes active. If it's hurting people like they said, why would you be pulling for something that's going to negatively affect you too? It makes no sense. Also, I read something once. Guy said difference between Republicans and Democrats. I thought this was funny. He said Republicans will starve 99 people to keep one person who's trying to scam them from scamming them. Democrats will feed 99 people to make sure that that one person got a meal. That's the difference. Now, people they'll say that's not true. But I don't care what people say, Nada. I tell people to their face, I don't care what you say. But if you got age on you and you got a public record, let's go see your public record. Let's go see how you voted. Let's go see how you live. Let's go see what you do. Your life is a microcosm of who you are.
It is. It's more about actions than words.
There you go. It's always about actions and words. People always say the politically correct things and the right things.
Yes.
But they do it.
Yes.
If they do it or not. I don't think so.
Well, that's a bigger issue that we can probably get into another time, because you got one bird and you got two wings. You got a left wing and the right wing, but they still on that same bird. They both have their flaws.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they both, like you said, you talked to the lady who was a staunch Republican, but y'all had
from West Virginia.
Y'all agreed on a lot of things. Right.
And not of the things that we didn't totally agree on, we came to a compromise.
Right.
In 45 minutes.
Right.
I'm talking about abortion. I'm talking about illegal immigration. I'm talking about everything. Right. We both believe, because I played in Europe, people should come here legally. We should make it a simpler process. We also need, everybody don't want to come here and live. Most people just want to work and go home. So this is what we should have. A guest workers program, where every year you renew your workers card, so we know who you are, we know what you're here for. You pay your taxes, and you live your life. You go back and forth. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I think that's a beautiful idea.
An educated country do that understand that they need immigrants to do certain jobs to boost our economy. People don't understand. Immigrants pay Social Security. They never get it.
Right.
Immigrants pay taxes. They never get any benefits from it.
I agree.
So they really, and when they talk about crime, listen, man, if I take 1,000 people anywhere, one person gonna do something stupid. Averages. So people that come here legally, the large majority of them, law-abiding citizens, they have to be naughty. Think about it. If you're here illegally and you do something stupid and you get picked up, you're going home. So they don't even speed. They don't get in trouble because once they get stopped, they're going home. They understand that. So to me, they're more law-abiding citizens than the average American.
I think for the most part, you're correct, but there is a pocket full that comes over with their gang mentality, with their drugs.
And those are the people that we should go after hard.
I agree.
Unmerciful. But it's a small percentage.
Yeah, but like you just said,
also
what do Republicans do?
Come on, man.
If one of y'all over here screwing up, we're going to take all of y'all out.
There you go.
Well, maybe the Democrats will say, yeah, you know what? We're not going to take them all out. Let's just take him, and him.
Let's just cut out and separate the ones that are doing the dirty stuff.
Right.
That's right dirty.
Right. I agree.
Man, like it's not the hard thing. Now, look, man, we've had a good show today. We've talked about some things other than just basketball. But I'm going to say this like I said every Tuesday and Thursday. People, stop hating the game. And even furthermore, stop hating yourself. Learn how to play the game. Learn how to work the game. And if you really love the game, I tell people this all the time, if you love something, it'll love you back. But don't give your love to something that won't love you back. I gave my love to basketball. It educated me. It gave me a great job. It gave me an opportunity to provide for my family in ways I never thought I could. And it made me the man I am today. Remember, people, don't hate the game. Figure out how to work the game. This your host, Sam Mitchell. Remember that. Coming to you live from In the Game Network. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you next Tuesday.